Hey, what's going on? Fetching the data via Cloud Firestore can make the data management more flexible in Flutter, isn't it? Yes. And in this video, let's fetch some data via Cloud Firestore, that is the movie or TV show name, images as well as certain description of the following TV show. And also, let's make some progress in building our Netflix clone app via Flutter and Firestore. So here, we can do one thing, that is coming out of this sliver box adapter. We can write another sliver 2 box adapter. So I can write a sliver 2 box adapter here, which will have a child of a size box. Now it will have a height of 400 along with a child of a column. So I can write here column. It will contain a children. So we just need a text along with a particular widget for holding the image, the linear progress indicator along with some 2 icon buttons. So let's try to implement it from there. So now let's initialize all the widgets. So I can start with text. I will simply say continue watching and simply a style of a text style, say color of colors dot white along with a font weight to be a font weight dot bold, a bracket here, format document once. Now we also have to provide a font size to our font, so I can write a font size to be, let's say, 20, and also provide some padding it from top, let's say padding from only from top 20, that's Control and S. Okay, we also need padding from right, so we can also do one thing, that is provide a padding to it. Now after this padding, that is after this text, we will need a different widget for holding all the image data. So I will write a size box which will have a child of a column of children, let's say another size box for containing the image. So I will provide it a height of 100 along with a width of 100 and also a child of image dot asset, and let's provide it a path to a image. So I can write here images. Okay, so the image is quite small here, so let's increase somewhat its dimensions from here. In this particular column, we can also conduct a linear progress indicator. So I will write here a linear progress indicator which will have a value, let's say a 51. Okay, so it's quite long, so we can provide a width here. Cool, so we have a width of 100 as well to this. Now the next thing is we will need a row here at this bottom, that is for holding just 2 icon buttons. So here we will have a row. Okay, it will have a children. Now this children will contain a 2 button which are icon button, so which on press for now does nothing, and similarly it will have an icon. So I can write an icon from image dot asset. Now let's provide path to our asset image. So I will write here image slash at.png along with a scale, let's say 22, along with a color of colors dot white. Cool, so we have our image here. Now let's another button, so I can simply copy it from here, paste it here. Now let's define this button. So here I can write the next button. Okay, so it was information, not the add one. So information along with a menu button. Okay, it's not a big deal, so I can simply write info and menu one. Okay, so we have both of our buttons here. Now you can format a document once. Okay, so now we can also do one thing, that is convert the size box into a row. So after converting it into a row, it will just shift it into our leftmost size. So simply this size box from here, okay, copy it from here, paste it twice here. Now let's another image to this, say P3. Cool, so we have another image here. Now we can also do one thing, that is refactor into a padding from only. We only want padding from left, let's say 15. And similarly for this, from this border, so I can simply refactor into a padding from only, let's say left of 15. Cool, so we have our both of images here. Now the next thing is remaining, that is padding to the following entire row. Okay, the entire game is of padding only here, so I can write here into a padding from only of top. Cool, 15. Cool, so now it's okay for now, that is we have conducted our size box. So the next thing is about the particular categories, and these categories are going to be reloaded from our Cloud Firestore itself. So if I show to you my Cloud Firestore database, so this is our database which will be holding all the collections, and also in the following collection I have all of these documents which will contain an image. So let's try to initiate them. Okay, so format a document once. Now after this sliver 2 box adapter, we initialize another sliver 2 box adapter for holding the Cloud Firestore data. So I will add a sliver 2 box adapter. It will contain a child of a size box. So I can write a size box which will have a height of 200. Cool, it will also have a child of a column. So I will write a column here Now you can see that after adding the size box, we are able to scroll from our entire scroll view widget. So now let's do one thing, format document once, and under this column we can add the following widgets to it, which is a text as well as a list view for our TV series. So we can do one thing, that is add a text. So let's see the first text in our list, which is a popular on Netflix. So we can initiate it here, which is popular on Netflix. It will have a style of a text style. It will have a color of colors.white along with a font size of, say, let's say 18. Press Ctrl and S. Cool. So we have to decrease the entire size of our upper size box. Now we also have to do one thing, that is convert the following text style into a font weight. So I will write here font weight to be font weight dot bold. Press Ctrl and S. Okay, so let's increase our font size. Now it's okay. So now let's give this padding from left. That is padding from right, not left. Okay, I am bad at spelling, that is RIGST. Okay, it's always wrong, RIGST. Thanks Autotype. So I will provide a padding, let's say 200. Okay, 240 I think will be right. Cool. Now after this text, we will need a custom size box for rendering all the images of the following TV series as well as shows. So we can come out of this padding, and here let's add another size box. It will have a height of say 170, let's say, and a child. Now we have to initiate a size box which will render all the data from the Cloud Firestore itself. So instead of having a simple custom list view, we have to initialize a future builder which will be responsible for handling all the asynchronous data from our Cloud Firestore. So we have to build a future as well as a future builder. So now let's initialize a future builder here. Now it will take a builder as well as future. So let's construct a future method here at the top of that scaffold. Okay, so we can simply construct a new feature builder here. So I will write a future, let's say get data, which will be a synchronous one. Now we can simply initialize a Firestore variable, which will be an instance of the Firestore itself. So I can write here Firestore, and after this we will be getting all of our data in the form of query snapshots. So I will write here a query snapshot along with an object variable, which will be a snapshot. Now it will simply render all the Firestore data. So I can write here Firestore dot collection. So if we see our collection, so let's import all the popular ones. So I can write here a popular theme, which will be the collection name. So I can provide it a path of popular itself dot get documents. Now our method is asynchronous, so we have to await for all of our data. So I can write here await, and after getting all of our snapshots, we can simply return our snapshots in the form of documents, that is snapshot.documents. So we have our get data method ready. So we can simply copy it from here. So coming down here, we can provide a future to our future builder, which will be a get data itself. It will also contain a builder. So I can provide it a context as well as a snapshot to the builder. Now if our snapshot is in a connection state, that is snapshot.connection state is equal to waiting, we can simply return a loading widget to it, which will be in an animated form. So I can write here return lottie dot asset. Now it will simply contain the source of the asset that we are going to provide. So if we check project, here's an animation of loading.json. So I can simply write here animations / loading.json. Cool. Okay, bye bye. And also an else statement. Now if the snapshot has data, it will simply return a list view. So I can write here list view dot builder. So now let's see our image of our Netflix Explorer. So here's a list of TV shows and shows which will be in a horizontal direction. So we can do one thing, that is add a scroll direction to it, that is axis.horizontal along with an item count from our snapshot dot data, and along with data all the length of it. So I can write here length. Now instead of null, it will simply contain an index which will be an integer. Cool. So here we can simply return a size box, and under the size box it will have a height of 100 along with a width of 100 along with a child. So now let's provide a child from our network image. So I can write here image.network. Now this network source will contain the data, that is the data path of our Cloud Firestore database, which is this. So we can simply write here snapshot.data, and under this data we will fetch the index of the following list views builder. dot data, and here we will provide the path to this image. Press Ctrl and S. Okay, so if we go down here, you can see that animation is occurred here, which will be this loading animation, and we will be fetching all of our data, which will the images from our Cloud Firestore database. So we can do one thing, that is add somewhat padding to our size box from everywhere, that is from all, which will be from it. Now we can see that we have loaded all of our data, which will be from the Cloud Firestore, that are images. Now instead of returning padding, we can simply refactor it into a gesture detector. So I can write here a gesture detector, which will contain an onTap method, which for now does nothing, but in our future tutorial it will be functional as well. Cool. So we have our popular on Netflix series. So now let's move on to next, which is this animated as well as Netflix originals. So we can conduct them likewise. So we can do simply do one thing, that is copy this lever to box adapter from here. But instead of the following original series, we have to modify our future method itself. So here I can simply copy it once, paste it twice, and here I can write get animated, that is get animated, and here I can write the path to the collection which is animated, that is if I check my Cloud Firestore database, it is an animated collection name. Cool. And the next one is a get originals. Cool. So we can simply copy it from name here and paste it into an animated one. So here instead of get data, it will say get animated, and here I can write here the following image name, which is Netflix originals. So here I write Netflix originals, and here I can write get originals. Press Ctrl and S. Now if you see here, we are getting all of our data. So format document once. Now we can also add custom padding to our animated one. So here instead of 240, we'll have 280. Okay, 300. Okay, so we have our animated as well as Netflix originals as well. Now we have completed almost 40% of our UI. Now the next thing is about adding an image to it. So if we see our prototype, now it will contain an image, which is a large image along with a text as well as some button. Now we are getting familiar of implementing a UI, so let's do it once. Okay, so after this reverse 2 box adapter and after this lever box 2 adapter, so here we can write another sliver 2 box adapter. So I can write here sliver 2 box adapter. Now we're getting habitual of writing it, so I can write here child as a column. It will contain a children of a text. Now if we see our text, it will just available now of season 2. So I will write here available now of season 2. It will contain a style of a text style, let's say a color of colors.white, along with some font size of 20, along with a font weight of font weight dot bold. Okay, so we have our column here, but we forget to render it into a size box. So I can just refactor it into a size box. It is a size box along with a height, let's say 350. Okay, 350. Okay, so we have our size box here. Now let's start adding image to it, and coming out of this text, which is from here, we can simply add an image to it. But before adding image, let's add a size box so that everything will be manipulated in a proper dimensions. So I can write here a size box of height 250 along with a width of 400. It will contain a child of an image dot asset, the same things, that is bg1 dot jpeg. If you press Ctrl and S, we can see that image has occurred here. Format document once. Now let's give it the padding to our size box from the top of the text. So I can write here only, it's not top. Cool. So we have our image here. So let's try to fit it. So I can write here box fit dot cover. So let's try to manipulate it the width. Okay, it's more width than necessary. Okay, so we have our image here, but we forget to padding. So let's add somewhat the buttons to our size box. So after coming this padding, I can write a row. It will contain a children, but we already have instantiated somewhat buttons here. So let's do them likewise. So here I can write an icon button. So here I can write a flat button dot icon. It will contain an icon. So let's provide an image as a form of icon. So I can write here asset, and under this asset I can simply write images slash. So I can write here play.png along with a color, let's say colors.black, along with a scale of 22. Okay, format document once. Okay, so let's add a label to it. So I can write here label as a text, and under this text I will write. Okay, so let's convert this entire flat button into a container and give some more decoration to it. So I can write here color of colors dot white along with a border radius to our button. So I can write here border radius dot circular of 5. Press Ctrl and S. So here's our button. Format document 1. So we can also do one thing, that is copy this entire container, paste it here, and add a certain parameters to it, which is a my list as well as addition button. So here I can write here add as well as my list. Press Ctrl and S. Okay, we have our next button, but our second button don't need any decoration. So I can simply remove it from here and write here a white color and a white color to it as well. Okay, so we have our both of our buttons here. So now let's add some main axis alignment to our row. So I can write here main axis alignment, cut space evenly, and also somewhat padding to our entire row. So I can refactor it into a padding from only, let's say, of 15. Okay, so we have our season 2's, it is Anaconda movie as well. So let's check our image. So we have everything right, only we need somewhat padding to our text. So let's do that thing. So I can simply refactor the text into a padding, that is from only, along with a right one, RIGST. Okay, I am getting it always wrong. Cool, let's say 50. Okay, 150. Okay, I am bad at calculations. 170. It's cool. So we have our custom widget here for this brand new available season 2 series now. So here in this way we have conducted the following list view of the following widgets, which will be a future builder itself. So now let's check the next ones. Okay, so now here everything is same, that is we have constructed our home view of our entire Netflix clone. Now this was all for today, that is our lecture is going out of our time limits. Now you just have to do one thing, that is like this video and comment out all of your doubts that we have occurred while implementing the following code. I will try my best to solve all of your doubt. Also, you can contact me on my Instagram as well as Facebook handles. I will be reaching out soon as possible along with your queries and doubts. Now, if you have loved this tutorial, kindly like this video, and we will be implementing our following functionality of our Netflix clone, that are search clone coming soon, download, as well as more functionality that are more screens to our Netflix clone. So I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.